Grand Final! We are looking at the final match, best of 5 series in the Murky Cup qualifier. The final Murky Cup qualifier. Murky Cup qualifier number 6. This match means a little bit more to the Exodia stack than it does to Team Ash. Team Ash is already in a very good position in the standings. But right now, there is a chance for the Exodia stack to actually get a little bit farther even. Now, to be fair, I suppose that Team Ash could also still get first place in the standing if they win it here. So we'll see if the teams are focusing on bounties more, if they're going more for the win. Either way, we have a best of 5 in our hands. It is the grand final. It's the Saturday qualifier. And we have Team Exodia up against Team Ash. Now, if you're a bit unfamiliar with the entire tournament and the process, once again, a quick reminder. We have $2,000 of prize money. Huge shout out here to I Can't Wait, who's sponsoring this tournament. Him, Kevin, others that are willing, Mr. X, for example, a few years back. Always amazing when we have private people that are able to support the esports scene, step up and allow us to host tournaments like this. So yes, big shout out to I Can't Wait. We have a prize pool of $2,000 for the tournament here, and the prize pool is split. 1,000 go to the top teams, so the normal prize money that you would see in any other tournament, and then another 1,000 is actually put into a bounty pool. And as I explained previously, with the bounty system, teams have bounties that you can see on screen right now that they can complete. So the whole idea here is to incentivize teams to play certain talents, certain heroes, and to essentially make a risk-reward calculation of if they are trying to win the game or if they're trying to get a bounty. If you get a bounty as a team, you get a ticket for the bounty pool. The more bounties you complete, the more tickets you get. Each team can complete any of these bounties one single time. And at the end of the tournament, we're looking at the amount of bounties that every single team was able to complete and how many bounties were completed in total. And then you get a share of that $1,000 according to how many you successfully locked in. And I think so far the Exodia stack is actually leading. They did a fantastic job, and Team Ash, they've also completed a couple of bounties, but there's still more that are open to them. Now, there are of course a couple of bounties that are a little bit easier than others, and well, at some point, when you've had a lot of bounties already completed, if you still want to go for some, you have to really dig deep and go into some of the worst heroes that you can possibly have. I mean, the Nova bounty was completed, for example, but nobody has even attempted to play Valera. That's how shit she is right now. And on top of that, Varian with Windblades? Yeah, we haven't even seen that attempted. And for very good reason, because all of those heroes are pretty meh. Varian is great if you're playing Taunt and him as a main tank and you set your teammates up for success. He is incredibly bad when you play Windblades. Which makes it actually insanely funny that if you're looking at solo players, they still think that Varian Windblades is the best thing since sliced bread. It's always amazing. It's one of the things that never ceases to amuse me. Every half year or so, there is a Reddit thread that asks, is Varian Taunt now finally viable? And it's like, well, it's the only talent that's been played in the last 12 years on the hero, so kinda yeah. But, yeah, that's set aside for a second. We have a bounty attempt by Team Ashi on Haunted Mines. Lily Chen. So they're coming in, and they're immediately going for Lily Chen as a bounty. Now, Lopaka seems to be the guy on their team that is currently playing with most of the bounties. He played Probius for them, he played Murky for them, now he's going to be the one playing Chen. It's kind of funny. Lopaka is just like the jack of all trades at this point that plays whatever hero they need him on. I'm just wondering whether or not the blue team also is going to try for some bounties here. They have not a lot left. They completed Nova, they completed Cho'Gall, they completed Murky. I'm not sure if they completed Gazlo. I don't think they did. I think Gazlo was so far only attempted once, and it was by Svamprota as he subbed in for the dudes. Don't let me down on that, but yeah, there's a few that were only attempted once, and some of them not successfully. Now, Tyrael gets banned, so does Cassia. And, well, let's have a look on what exactly the blue team had in mind for the first game. Haunted Mines as a map. Again, we are dictating the starting maps on the grand finals. Makes things a little bit more interesting. But, I have to say, Haunted Mines was also several times chosen by teams, which was actually quite surprising. Now, Khaldor and Garrosh. Kel'Thuzad? Have they not completed that? I actually think they haven't. They tried it. I know Dino played it in one of the games, but apparently he hasn't been able to lock the bounty in. I forgot about that. So they tried again. Kel'Thuzad as a bounty for the Exodia stack. And Lily Chen as a bounty for Team Ash. We get Genji, we get Sylvanas as the final pick. So Chen is being played as a main tank currently. Very similar to what we're seeing from Capybara on the Korean side. If you haven't watched the Korea tournament, you can still go to the playlists on YouTube. It's labeled Korea Cup. In the playlist, you see all of the tournaments lined up. We had an NA tournament, we had a Korea tournament. If you want to see some chain main tank and other differences in meta, you can definitely check it out there. And if you actually watch this on YouTube, don't forget to thumb up the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Helps to promote heroes as a thing, and obviously the channel to grow as well. But yes, while you are doing that, we are jumping into game number 1. Haunted Mines is the map, the final pick, Imperious. Exodia stack, ladies and gentlemen, in the grand final of qualifier number 6, going up against Team Ash. First game of the grand final, and on the left side, we got Kel'Thuzad, played by Hazops this time. Apparently, they don't believe anymore in the power of Dino. We have Copenhagen on Imperious, Dino on Tracer, Yasuo is playing Malfurion, and we have Bad Bunny on Garrosh. On the right side, Team Ash playing with Renella on Lily with the Eager Adventurer. We have Dead Inside on Urel. Lopaka is playing Chen, again, main tank for him. Bishops on Genji, and Down for Life is playing Sylvanas. So, Sylvanas on this map, pretty sick. As a choice, as a hero, she is incredibly powerful here. So, let's see if that is enough to win them the game. But if you push either with or without... I mean, it doesn't even have to be with a golem. Even without the golem, you can get lots of damage done there. But then again, this happens. Genji goes down as Kel'Thuzad has his first victim with Tracer assisting and kind of snacking the kill away there towards the end. But good for Kel'Thuzad now. That means extra stacks for his level 4. So, as it stands, he is sitting on 5. I mean, this is getting kind of nice. Good stacking for Kel'Thuzad early on is going to help him not only with a spike that he's going to get to set up some more plays and get the utility there, but of course in addition to that you're also looking at the gain in spell power that you will hit as your second quest reward, and that's really where things are starting to potentially escalate a bit. And well, as I say that, they are already moving through the top wall. Hello team? I mean, Kel'Thuzad is quite nice to siege up on structures, but currently Team Ash is in quite a predicament here. They get a kill at the bottom of the map at least against Imperious, but topside there's a lot that's lost. Down here, Sylvanas is pushing on the other hand, so that's nice for her. With Sylvanas starting to push this one out, they can get some counter damage done, and it feels that right now the blue team is also realizing, guys, we can't just simply let that slide on the side here. We need to make at least a few moves to try and defend this. Now, Hazu, the old man over here, trying to make the play, but doesn't hit this one. Camps are, of course, up, so now we're just going over the next few potential pumpkins that can be taken. Objective announced in another 20 seconds, so then we're going to go potentially down into the mines. Depends a little bit. I mean, especially the red team could push with Sylvanas alone if they at some point realize that the blue team is committing to the mines, but for now, talking about the blue team, they're just locking kills in. That's the next kill against Urel. They're going for Chen too. And the aggression, the action, all the danger seems to be coming from the blue team nearly exclusively. They get Chen destroyed too. That was an absolute massive body block here. Essentially a Warcraft 3 surround that they just pulled off against Chen. So he goes down. And that's also more stacks again for Kel'Thuzad, who's now sitting on 8 stacks for his baseline. So things are looking better and better for him too. Yeah, making for a very interesting game here now. But for me, the question is more so what's happening around the objective. Now that the mines are spawning, I really want to see what's happening here. Are we going to see Sylvanas push at the top? Are they going to try to all just invade and go for skulls? Blue team makes it very clear right now that they're interested in getting the bigger golem. But here comes Sylvanas, and yep, they're pushing at the top. So if you get good lane pressure going in this situation, then you essentially are able... If nobody stops you, then you're essentially in a spot where you can do more damage than your opponent is able to do with the golem itself. So this can be a real powerful push. Chen going down at the bottom of the map, and now Tracer forcing Sylvanas back. It's already a bit of a problem. So yeah, they're getting forced back here as we have Sylvanas going down to Tracer, but down at the bottom of the map they're also chasing a little bit further. Bishops is trying to get away, and this is getting... I mean, I want to say a little bit rough, right? 5 kills to 1. Getting the golem, the big one now too, at the bottom of the map after they already got most of the smaller camps. That seems like it's going to be a huge issue. This is a big golem that they have. He shut Sylvanas down early, who's now back to business. And as the red team is trying to go for the fight, they're losing Lopaka early, I think. Chen is in real trouble here. They might get some counter kills, and they do. Khaldor, for example, goes down, but so does Chen. So now it's a 4 versus 4. Urel with a nice move. But who gets the next kill? Sylvanas has to jump out. That leaves a few of her compadres over here quite exposed. But thanks to the mobility, they're going for Malfurion and they drop him. Urel is dead. So is Tracer. It's an absolute bloodbath. Benny, the only survivor here, and he falls too. A 5-man wipe against the blue team. Everybody has died, and there's still a couple of skulls to be had, which is what Genji is looking for. 6 kills to 7. What a fight at the bottom. It's a bit of a shame for Khaldor that he died so early. If he would survive a little bit longer, then I think the inevitability of him getting more stacks might have played into the hands of them. But down for life on Sylvanas, gets nearly crushed as they're all jumping on him here. Yeah, Lopaka also slowly starting to jump back out, but gets rooted by Malfurion. The golem 68 against 32. So blue team technically with the bigger one. Sylvanas changes that balance quickly. That is going to be slightly problematic at least. But at least for now, here comes the next play. Here's the next opportunity to take some of the structures down. And it seems like Sylvanas is ready for it. So, let's go! Sylv at the bottom defending. Top side push is still happening. They're defending with 3. Down here at the bot lane, not even sieging up too much with Khaldor. He got himself another 2 stacks, but then also had to retreat. Genji is still looking for a target. And, well, also is moving towards the top. Genji does the same. They're trying to get a kill here. Renella is a bit low. Lily is just on the run here. Lily! And she's dead. Lily dies, and so does Urel. So, Lily and Urel both gone, both eliminated. Both don't have a chance here. Garrosh, Sylvanas are now also dead. By the way, at the bottom, the golem has now been destroyed. The rest of the team is moving to the top to try and take Chen down. So there's really aggression all over the place right now. Chen is trying to rush away. Unlikely to make it. Eventually they're going to catch up here. So they're going to drop him. They have more stacks for Khaldor too, which is of course going to be fantastic for him as well. But yeah, it is just nasty. I mean, what the hell? Kill after kill. We're already 18 kills deep in this 7-minute game. It's absolutely bananas. Everybody is about to get murdered here as they're coming through with another moment. Urel dies once more. It's just insane. It's an endless brawl here, even after the objective. After the golems are gone, they're just keeping it up. Level 10 abilities are kicking in for both teams. But now we have the first fort destroyed. All the others, by the way, have all taken damage. Chen with a kick right away. Bit low there, though. Malfurion already used Tranquility. Chen gets turned on and dies again. So does Tracer, though. Genji is moving in and hoping to get a few more kills as they are grabbing Sylvanas. Garrosh leaves her no chance. That's another 2 down on the side of the red team. Ult and Root. That's the end of Lily. Khaldor with 3 kills. Hazu crushing it. Copenhagen running away, gets finally murdered by Genji, but that fight is not over by any means. Benny just throwing them back out, getting a bit of a heal. They're still trying to fight it out against Bishops. Oh my god! And now we have Urel looking for an angle again, instantly moving over to Khaldor, who's at this point sitting at 21 stacks. But whoo! What a fight! I mean, damn! They are not kidding around over here, are they? It's just battle after battle after battle. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. 15 kills to 9. So, yeah, that means a 6-kill lead, half a level advantage. Again, going for the golem as they move down to the bottom of the map. Make them. Oh no! Chen, not again! Chen is having a bit of a problem. That main tank play from Lopaka has so far not really worked out. They're locking him down again. And see ya! Chen is gone. Sylvanas at least used the chance to go for the fort and is able to take it down with the help of the minions. Problem is, she also dies. So now Sylvanas is gone. Chen is gone. Chen has died 6 times already. 6 times. I mean, they are crushing it. So Chen down 6 times, 17 kills to 9. Once again, they're looking for more kills down at the bottom of the map as they move in for Urel, and there's just too much control. They have too much CC with all the stuns, with the slows, so Urel falls. She died 5 times. That front line just isn't working out for them. Chen Lili as a potential, bounty is just not coming together for Team Ash at all. Whereas the Exodia stack is now looking at, look at this, 27 kills! We're 10 minutes in! We're looking nearly at 3 kills per minute here. This is bonkers. They got a level 13 talent advantage now too. So, yeah. Another kill. Genji goes down. I mean, at this point, it starts to completely snowball out of control, right? Very even on at least the stacks when it comes to Golem number 2. But look at these plays! Lili is down. Chen is trying to isolate them a little bit. But that's the end of Urel now. They are chasing Chen, but even if they don't get him, I mean, who cares? It's 59 Golem stacks, Golem skulls against 41. This is going to be a big push no matter what. And right here, we're getting the Exodia stack with an amount of momentum that is just ridiculous. I mean, totally crushing it here. They are coming through, dropping everyone in their path. I mean, they've been getting kill after kill after kill. Chen, by the way, with a bit of a trap here. Like, I don't know. Nah, okay. So, he's jumping in right now, but he needs to be careful because so far he's been pretty much farmed throughout the game. And that golem is essentially an oversized minion. I mean, one would call it cute, honestly. But, yeah. This is merch that Blizzard should have had, you know? Like a mini golem, I might be game. Well, Chen on the other hand, he just needs to get the hell out of there as quickly as he possibly can because things are not looking good. Genji defending against the golem at the top. No fort at the bottom has been destroyed yet. So, yeah, next attack slowly coming together. Urel, how many times has she now died? 6, 7, 7 times! Urel died 7 times. Chen is jealous. He wants to die too. So they are racing. Urel and Chen are playing their own little game here. They are playing who has the double-digit death count first. That's the idea here. Double-digit death count. That's the new game of the Storm that they are playing. And I mean, I don't know who's winning. They are neck on neck. Both of them are at 7 deaths, so another 3 for one of them. And we're looking double digits. That's the opportunity that they've been looking for. It's like, if I can just be a little bit faster and make that happen. But yeah, bot lane, now that they've taken the fort out, they are controlling the lane. They're taking the siege giants and they're opening the side wall so that they can now try and take, destroy all the outer defense that is still protecting the keep. And they have a talent advantage. I mean, level 16 talents are already insane enough as is, but yeah. Team Ash is fighting. They are always the team that is not afraid of fighting, even when they are talent down, and oftentimes it works for them. Their coordination usually is fantastic, but it just seems that the Chen Lili bounty is a little bit too much for them to handle. That's what it looks like to me. Chen is down, Urel is down. Again, the two are always dying as a tandem, it seems. And if they continue at that pace, they're definitely going to hit the double-digit death count. I mean, 100%. It is not looking great for the two of them. We're 13 minutes in, 34 kills in total. And right now, it's about keep number 1. And this one gets destroyed. And Benny barely survives. Malfurion has the pop tranquility to keep him alive. For a moment, they were also thinking about going for the core, but they decided against it. Bishops, on the other hand, apparently has a death wish and dies. Alright, now they go for Chet again. Urel is also joining the fun, saying like, hey, I'm here too, kill me first, But it's Lily that they're aiming for instead. So Lily destroyed, she's gone, and they're gonna end the game. Yeah, I mean, this is just Farmville. Yeah, this is a farming simulator that they're currently playing. Exodia stack goes through the opponents like hot butter through cheese, taking one down after another. The core is now falling, and this is definitely going to be the lead in the best of 5 Grand Final Series. 14-minute game on Haunted Mines as the blue team locks in the W and defeats Team Ash. GG and well played.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Game number 2, Garden of Terror, is going to be the next map in this best of 5 series. So, Team Ash has lost with the Lily Chen bounty, but obviously Kel'Thuzad was able to win a game, so the Kel'Thuzad bounty is completed. And now we are starting to run fairly thin on bounties that can still be completed by the Exodia stack. So I honestly don't know if they are going to try to complete, let's say, Valera and or Varian. Might be something that is easier to complete in the playoffs because you have more best of 5. So if it goes to like map 4, map 5, that might be a bit easier. But if they're going to try it here, I don't know, we'll find out. For Team Ash, of course, the question also remains a little bit, what are they now going to do? Are they going to try and get themselves a quick hit with another bounty? Is it going to be an attempt to just win the game with a flat-out normal draft? They've already shown in the previous match, in the semi-final, that they're totally willing sometimes to let a bounty go and just play a standard draft and take the opponent out here. Keep in mind, it's not only about you winning with the bounty. Sometimes it can be enough to deny a bounty to an opponent. Because the more bounties are completed, the smaller, you know, the pool gets, the more tickets compete for the money in the bounty pool. So if you can deny bounties to your opponent, that's also one way how you can increase your own share. Well, not increase, but you can manage it a little bit, so that helps. But, yeah, we got bans on Maiev and Blaze. Lucio and Hanzo also get eliminated, so a little bit of Overwatch hate. Let it flow through you. And as our first pick, they go for Murden. That was actually kind of funny because they kind of waited that out a bit long. Everybody was like, yeah, well, like I'm Murden. Every single time you see like a team, you know, that waits a little bit longer on a pick, especially when it comes first pick, I immediately ask myself, okay, what could they go for? What is it going to be? Is it going to be something insane? Is it going to be something crazy? And then you come in and you just pick Murden. It just feels like a meme. This is, on the other hand, interesting because we have ETC Tyrande, and I was highlighting in one of the other series how awesome Lopaka's ETC was on Garden of Terror. And I'm still pretty sure that it was actually a Lopaka, because in another match it was then Inside that took over on ETC. But back then it was because Lopaka was playing on Murky. So I would absolutely love if we are seeing this again. That ETC Tyrande duo with a power slide into a stun from Tyrande and a Hunter's Mark is pretty neat. But yeah, I'm still a bit curious what that means for specifically Lopaka, because Lopaka is kind of the one that always plays the X hero. Murky gets banned. I talked about this. I actually talked about this, that with teams, it's not. It's the dudes too. It's not only the Exodia stack, but there are teams that have completed so many bounties right now that the amount of bounties that they can still choose from is rather small. So it might make sense to ban certain bounty heroes just so they can't do it. And this would have been a good map to play Murky again. Actually, Murky was played on this map before. So now they're just banning Murky. They're like, you want to go for bounty. We know you do. So you're going to try and play a Murky comp here. And we're just going to ban it. Now, that leaves us with Falstad with Anna for the Exodia stack. Zeratul gets banned by the blue team. And are we going to get Gazlo? I could see Lopaka play Gazlo. They have Anubarak ETC. ETC is going to be a side laner for them. They got Greymane. Might be enough damage. If they look for heroes that are good on camp clear, that are good on just pushing lanes out, Gazlo is a bounty that they haven't completed yet. That is a opportunity. That is a potential play. And Lopaka is exactly the type of guy that could do that. There's Valera. They go for Valera this time. Again, they don't have a lot left. Valera is the play. And Hogger. And I have to, again, put this down. Guys, do you know how many of these bounties are completed? Pretty much, they have completed, I think, everything except for like 4 or 5, if so. And now they try Valera. That's how bad that hero is. But, yeah, I'm glad that we're going to see it. Maybe they can win with it. Who knows? Final pick. And Tyrande is going to have a bit of a problem. The Butcher! Meat! Alright, we get another Butcher. I think this is the 4th Butcher that we're now getting in the qualifiers. Love it. The grand final continues, everybody. Garden of Terror is our second map between Team Ash and the Exodia stack. Game number 2. And as usual, here at the Murky Cup, things are getting spicy again. On the left, Copenhagen on Hogger for the Exodia stack. The team in the lead right now. We have Hazops on Falstad, Bad Benny on Murden, Dainu with Valera, and Yazu on Ana. So a bounty attempt again by the blue team. On the right side of the map, Renella with Tyrande for Team Ash. We have Dead inside on ETC. Bishops on Anubarak. Lopaka is playing the Butcher. And we get down for life on Greymane. Well, apparently Greymane was AFK for just a second. Was just intimidated by all the glory that is Butcher and Valera. I mean, with Valera, I'm not so sure if we should talk about glory here, but the Butcher, oof, for sure. So, are we gonna go vegan today? Are we gonna go full vegetarian? Or what's the play? Seems like we have somebody else missing, or what's going on with them right now? Well, whatever the trouble is, I hope that everything is now resolved, all the problems that the teams could possibly have here in the game number 2. There's a nice CC chain already against Dino, and Valera nearly becomes first blood in the game. So, yeah, that was a pretty quick one here. Ana goes for contact healing as a level 1 talent, Valera with crippling poison, and ETC! But he's not the only one that dies. Hogger goes down too. And that's some meat for the Butcher. I'm trying to aim for Benny here, who retaliates, or tries to retaliate with a quick zoning Stormbolt. Which just zoned them out a bit on the space. Lopaka on the Butcher, again, I personally thought it would be something like Gaza. I really also... I thought they had their Butcher bounty already, but apparently they didn't. I'm amazed, frankly, how many teams have already played Butcher, attempted him, and that the bounty was completed several times already as is. So, yeah, as it stands right now at the top, they're just starting to chunk the wall down. Obviously, Falstad comes in for a bit of a play too. Butcher sitting at 37 stacks. Could be. I mean, if he's able to complete the quest and really just go ham on this, pun intended, then we could be in for quite the game here. Now, Hogger gets sniffed out a little bit. But here comes Valera. This is going to be the big one. Completing a Valera bounty is definitely not going to be easy. This is the first team that actually is even attempting it. They have already completed a bounty with Nova, which was also quite out there. But yeah, they're still trying to do what they can to get more and more bounties completed before they're even entering the playoffs. So once that they're in the playoffs, normally what we're seeing are more normal games. But right now, the Butcher moves in and doesn't take the meat stacks. What is happening with these people? It tilts me to no end. This is like the 3rd or 4th time that... What are you doing? There's meat stacks right there. I'm full on tilt over here. We had so many... It's chicken wings. Dude, what's wrong with you? We had so many games even when the Butcher bounty was completed, where the Butcher was part of a fight where 2-3 heroes died and he just absolutely ignored the meat stacks. That's insane. Dude, what the hell? Yeah, now he's gonna die. That's what you get for not eating your meat, not getting your protein. You're weak and you die. Doesn't even come as a surprise. Hazu is trying to get away here. Butcher goes down and Muradin falls too. Ana died as well, to be fair. So now we're having quite a lot of heroes that got fully eliminated here. Down at the bottom, fort is down too. So both teams have now destroyed a fort. But, oh, insane. So, yeah, Butcher now at 32 stacks. That's exactly what you deserve. There were some juicy chicken wings right there. You don't deserve them. So, here comes the next dive. They're coming in for another kill. And Kopen is dead. And this time, he had no other choice. He had to pick them up. He was right there. So, I guess you have to force him into it. And then he can do at least that. So, already some action over here in the middle. 5 kills to 2. They're actually doing really nice on kills. If anything, I'm a bit shocked that we have Valera not targeting Tyrande a bit more. But to be, again, fair to the blue team, Tyrande is getting really nicely protected the entire time. It's very difficult to get close to her without immediately running into a potential stun from Anubarak, the Butcher, or even ETC at times. So, yeah, that makes things tricky. First seed has also been taken by the red team, and the blue team decided that their best course of action is to be more aggressive. Butcher starting in, and they kill Anubarak first. Anubarak is already down. They're trying for the Butcher. They're trying for ETC, and he just slides out. I love this build. I love this talent. It's just so much fun when you have somebody that can play it properly. It's highly entertaining. Very, very highly entertaining. So, yeah, I'm going to keep another eye on that and see what they can do now in the middle. They are potentially taking out another wall here, too. So, Butcher goes down once again. He's dead. Down to 46 stacks now, and they want more. They wanted Greymane, but they just couldn't get him. So yeah, ETC, as I said, Guitar Hero straight into the Crowd Surfer. Lovely talent on this map. And Hammer On. They get mad value, by the way, out of that talent combo on Garden of Terror. It's essentially their staple lately that they're playing that. There's so much debris, there's so much terrain that you can just use to slide away from an opponent and just play around them. It's amazing. So right here we're getting another seed claimed, so they're grabbing this quickly. Down at the bottom, Falstad, as the only global in the game, is of course still able to use those side lanes. And Butcher has been delegated back down to less than 50 stacks multiple times now. Here comes another attack. They're trying to body block him a little bit, and Lopaka, whoa, he nearly died again. Yeah, Butcher is having some serious problems. The man has a bit of an identity crisis. He, on the one hand, is an absolute meat lover. On the other hand, he totally appreciates the moral case for veganism, or at least vegetarianism. So he's just sitting there the entire time. It's just like, I don't know what to do. Really undecisive. I mean, he doesn't look it, but he has a gentle soul, essentially. So that's the Butcher for you. So he's going back and forth the entire time. One moment he's just going for massive amounts of meat and just turns into a carnivore. And then a second later, you know, he feels bad for all of the chicken that he's slaughtering here. And he just says, ah, well, maybe I shouldn't. So it's tough. It's tough being the Butcher. The emotional toll that it takes on the hero is absolutely underestimated. Everybody just looks at him and sees a big old meanie with a big cleaver. But there is much more to him than that. People are just insanely shallow these days, but he is actually a very complex character that Blizzard never got to explore properly the way that they should. 4 kills to 5. Valera on 10 went into the smoke bomb. We got also Haymaker. Butcher now with Lamb to the Slaughter. Duh. Nobody picks Furnace here. And we got Stage Dive from ETC. So at least that pseudo-global is now in. Alright, so Butcher again, starting to charge onto Valera. Has to be careful. Silenced, rooted, and who dies first? It is the Butcher, isn't it? Valera comes in again. They can't kill anything. They go for the Valera. Valera and the Butcher are both low. There's Haymaker, but he's still alive. Everybody's still alive. Finally, we're getting some kills. Butcher goes down, Tyrande, Greymane, all low, ETC wants to get out but can't, so it's another one that dies, and here comes the third kill. They go for Dead and Alive, and it is Greymane that gets destroyed. 3 heroes die a painful death on the side of Team Ash. Valera now up at the top and down here with catapults, with the camp, with the minion wave. They're going for the wall. They're trying to take this out. Try to totally destroy at least the towers and the gates. Keep in mind, there's another seed coming up, and 2 have already gone over to the right, to the red team on the right side. So you got to do something here. Butcher is at 53 stacks now. Still hasn't really changed in the last couple of minutes. We have 23,000 damage now for Greyman. He's currently top damage in the game. 7,000 damage for ETC. More than the Butcher. Butcher is at 6.9 thousand. So he is on roughly the same amount of damage as Anna. Just saying. Now that changes oftentimes once that he's done with his quest, but currently he's very far away from that. Yasuo still with a lot of pew pew pew, and ETC dies. Dainu came in with Valera and just took the kill there. So now they're going for the next one. Meat! Lamb to the slaughter, at least. No, even Hogger doesn't die. Even Hogger doesn't die. And instead, it's Lopaka that gets crushed again. They might even get Greyman, and yes, they do. This should be the end of the keep at the bottom of the map. Death timers are, by the way, non-existent. Dainu somehow survives all of this. And yep, now they can go for the keep. They don't have a minion wave with this, but they still start taking it out. The Butcher is down to 41 stacks currently. But boy, oh boy. They're not even getting the keep, I think. Death timers are just too low. Death timers are simply too low. They gotta do 50%. That's the best that they can hope for. But we're 9.5 minutes in. So Falstad is now flying back. Nobody has, by the way, taken that seed yet. Now they're trying again. I don't think it's gonna get interrupted. It's still kind of wild. Haymaker used against Anubarak, and they grab it. This would have been a problem if the seed gets claimed by Team Ash, because that means Garden Terrors. So, yeah, Exodia stack with a 1-0 lead and doing okay here. Potentially they could take the bounty. I mean, there is a chance that they're completing this one. Time will tell. So, 11 kills to 5. 13 is nearly ready now for the red team. For Team Ash. BTC still with stage dive top side. So that's another one. Over here, Butcher, and he's dead again. They isolated Anubarak. Fantastic gust angle here from Hazu, and they're going for more. Falstad with a triple kill. They take Tyrande out too. Now they're going for Greyman. Team Ash is falling apart. Hazu even flying in for the kill. That man is having some fun over here. The old timer showing the young bucks how it's done. 16 any second for them. They have 15 kills to 5, and they're taking the keep down, and they're going for the 5-man team wipe. There it is. They take the entire team, and they take the keep. Wow. Absolutely wow. 5 deaths on the Butcher. The only one that in the entire game that hasn't died yet is Valera, because she's hiding the entire time. She's just letting the team do the job, and then she comes in for the last hits. That's how you play Valera, or so I've been reliably told. But, whew, what a second game. I mean, that's a statement and a half that is being made here. Absolutely crushing it. So, now, a little bit more Pog happening from Hogger. 35,000 damage from Falstad. He's the top damage in the game now. That's one mean chicken. Now, 16 talents are ready for them. That should be a freebie on the seed that has just spawned here. Falstad with Afterburner. That happens when you get way too much chili in your system. Imposing Presence. And we got the Seal Fate. So, yeah, I need a seal sound or something. But then again, she's never picked, so, yeah, there's that. Now, 16 to 5 on the kill count. 3 levels ahead, by the way. They are 3 levels ahead currently. That is kind of funny. Now, they sniff them out here, but, yeah, tough times. A few more hits currently happening. Alright, and now the quick play into the next potential attack at the top side forward. ETC is still defending the bot lane. 65 stacks for the Butcher. Look at that. 65. Here comes ETC. And, well, the Butcher is nearly dead and scratched nearly. Hogger takes him down. They isolate ETC again, and Dead Inside follows. So that's a double kill. Even the cocoon on Muradin could not prevent that from happening. Now we have another objective popping up at the bottom of the map, and with the seed about to be gathered, I guess this is where we're going to get the Garden Terrors. So, yep, they're all moving down slowly. And this is going to hurt a lot. They're even trying to turn it on a Nubarak as he came in. Gets silenced, gets attacked, and oop! And he barely gets out. But Dino is starting to become a problem. These silence combos, whenever they're hitting, they're really putting people into trouble. Copenhagen is already on the seat, though. So, yep, they're also making the next play for a set of Siege Giants. And this is a set. The Garden Terrors. We have the first Garden Terrors. Here they are. Garden Terrors are in the house. And this might cost them keeps. Not sure if it's going to cost them the game. Depends a bit on if we're going to get more kills. But it is definitely going to cost them a couple of... Oh my god, a couple of keeps. And now that ETC is gone, this might just be the beginning of the end. Yeah, the topside fort is of course going to fall. But they're already thinking about moving down to the bottom of the map. Here in the middle, it's undeniable that this is going to hurt. Falset is moving back out, gets some damage in. Garden Terror, Siege Giants, Catapults, all on the core as we speak. And the Butcher gets stunned out. Stunned after Anna dropped the arrow on him. The sleep dart right there. And the core is already falling. Big plays by the Exodia stack. They want to go for the victory in tournament number 6. It's looking great. The Butcher, no chance over here. Lopaka goes down. 7th death on his part. They kill Mirrodin, but the core is falling while the fight is playing out. And this is a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 for the Exodia stack as they take down the core on Garden of Terror. And another bounty is locked in for the Exodia stack. They complete the Valera bounty and win the game. GG. Well played. Game number 3, match point number 1 for the Exodia stack. They completed the Valera bounty. I mean, good on them. I suppose they got also a little bit lucky because Team Ash decided that this would be the game to try the Butcher bounty. Now we're heading into the 3rd map of the series, and obviously the Exodia stack is again in tip-top shape over here and is just running the show. The question that still remains is, what are they going to do now? They have been very clear from the start. Qualifiers, they want to complete bounties. When we're talking about the playoffs, a lot of the teams will take a bit of a step back with bounties and only get the occasional one, but then if you are in the playoffs, you're obviously way more incentivized to really just bring your best team composition forward and try and win the games. So with us having a graph restriction still in place where a hero can only be played once within the series, that still forces teams to think outside the box a little bit, but it's not quite as we are looking at Meta Madness or anything. But once that we're going into the playoffs, we can expect bounties to be reduced a little bit, to be played less, and teams just really focusing on taking the games. It's a really nice compromise between all of this. But in this particular series, 20 heroes have now been played, and that means that they cannot be played again. Murky is technically still up. Exodia stack was the team that went for first pick, first bam. Oh, well, actually the other way around. So Team Ash lost. Team Ash decided that they want to pick the map. And Exodia stack therefore has first pick, first bam. What they're going to play on this map, that is a pretty good question. I have no idea what to expect from the Exodia stack here. There are several bounties that they haven't completed yet. I don't think they they didn't complete Varian. I don't think they completed Gaslow. They haven't completed the Butcher, which they can't play because he's been played already. Murky is still up for them as well. So there's a couple of things that could potentially be played if they would really be totally determined to get bounty after bounty. But this might be one of the maps where, you know, they're just saying, alright, let's just try and end the match. And not allow Team Ash to get away with anything here either. Lucio as a first pick. So already pretty strong one. Double pick with Diablo Maiev. We are talking about strong openings. Diablo Maiev definitely not bad. That could even result in a Stukov ban. Now that I'm looking at it. Yeah. I get the feeling Team Ash is done with bounties. Maybe I'm wrong. But looking at this, there is a chance that Team Ash just says, alright guys, like, let's screw this. Let's just play normal. No bounties. Don't risk anything. Just play the best we can. Tigers and the Haka get taken. Yeah, I mean, if they are going for Varian, it would be a triple front line. Just saying. I'm in my head just running through potential bounties. I think if someone like Gazlo gets picked, he would be the side laner for them. They might still go for a triple front line, but yeah. Also, not sure if the Exodia stack already completed the Lilian Chen bounty, but obviously that was already attempted in the first game by Team Ash, so those heroes can't be played either. Arthas gets banned. That's kind of interesting too. I like that we've seen some Arthas in the North America tournament. It was pretty cool. We really enjoyed that. Didn't think they would ban it here. But Jojo is banned, Arthas is banned. So, well, let's go. Sergeant Hammer. Alright, no hammer time today. Well, at least not in this one. But what's the double pick here? What are they going to also go for in heals? Again, I talked earlier about Stukov, but when it comes to healing, Anduin is up too. I mean, you could go and let Diablo just go wild and Anduin saves the day for him. Kel'Thas and Stukov. There's my Stukov pick. But them picking Kel'Thas, they did that before. Have they completed the Kel'Thas bounty? I don't think they have. So there's your bounty right there. Convection as a choice for Team Ash. It's definitely a thing. Convection bounty for Team Ash, as it seems. And then the Exodia stack with Mei and Azmodan! Okay, apparently the Azmodan bounty is also still open for them. That could actually be a bit of a problem for Team Ash. Azmodan can be pretty strong. Dino played Azmodan in the past on bigger maps to cheese opponents with Demonic Invasion. But on this map you can do a lot of AoE damage and clear with Azmodan and very nice stacking. So this could be very strong for the Exodia stack. Also assuming, of course, that Kel'Thas goes for Convection is therefore a bit easier to kill. Leoric as the final choice, Diablo, Leo. Outside of Kel'Thas going for Convection, this is actually not a bad draft that they're running here at all. Tomb of the Spider Queen, game number 3, match point number 1, everybody. The grand final of Murky Qualifier number 6. Game number 3, on the left, in blue, we got Copenhagen on Dehaka, Harzops on Tychus, Bad Benny on Mei, Yasu on Lucio, and Dino on Azmodan. It's all about the stacking, guys. Get somebody that helps you stacking at Azmodan in the early game, and you will have a much easier game as a team, because he will much faster reach a point where he is going to have a huge impact, can dominate those minion waves by himself, and will push the opponent back therefore. Here it is, Convection as a bounty for Team Ash. We have Renella on Stukov, Dead Inside on Leoric. Down for Life is playing Kel'Thas, Bishops on Maiev, and Lopaka is playing Diablo. So, once again, bounty on each side. The attempt. I like Azmodan as a bounty and a hero on this map actually quite a bit. I mean, there was a time when Azmodan was regularly played on this map and could become a real problem in the late game. Already coming in. Ah, gets tethered. Nice. Interrupting. Nah, didn't interrupt the globe. First of all, they're getting a kill. Second of all, they got 10 stacks for him. So yeah, this is still working fairly alright, despite the fact that it was a 5-on-5 fight in the middle. So yeah, Hazu for some reason wanted some fire. Wanted to fire things up a little bit. So yeah. Yeah, Dino was trying to hit the hero here, but that puts him back on cooldown. So now they have to be careful with this. But as usual, there's the hit. This is how you do it. Again, you have some heroes help you out, and if you then stack quickly early on in that rotation, you will have a much easier time as the game continues to dominate those minion waves. So here come the plays, but Mei goes down. A kill for a kill, but already 30 stacks for Azmodan. Now, he could have more, of course, if they got everything here, if they would play this absolutely perfectly, and the opponent doesn't interfere at all, then you would have a bit more already. But as is, they're getting good hits in. 36 stacks for him. They go for Lopaka, and this might be a kill, and it is. Yasu comes in as Copenhagen doesn't get the connect immediately, but that leaves them now with 2 kills to 1. Dino just sitting ready, waiting for the next minion wave here too. And then Benny on May is gonna have to help him out. And there's fortunately also a grenade coming in. So yeah, big hit right here. That puts him to 52 stacks. I mean, before he even gets his level 4 talent. So things are looking alright. Master Assassin for Tychus as the level 4 choice, obviously. All about the passive added attack speed that also benefits them later on. The Odin ult that they're definitely going to try and take. So by now we have 5 stacks on Convection. So Kelthas, we're going to keep an eye on Kelthas too. Quick reminder, and everybody, you do not need to complete the talent. It is absolutely alright if you just pick it and win the game. So, kind of noteworthy. Sometimes causes a little bit of confusion. Even if you never complete the level 1 talent, but you win the game with Kelthas Convection, that's already worth it. You give up a lot of survivability when you're taking that talent with Kelthas, and this usually plays a big role here. Diablo goes down, that's the 3rd kill for the Exodia stack. And we have 60 stacks now for Dino. He actually got slowed down a little bit. So that was a bit of a problem here. And now Leo at the bottom of the map gets murdered as Tigers rotated over to help out there. 68 stacks for Dino. I mean, he's getting a bit more together here. Every single stack that you get counts. And as I said before, if you can have someone help you out like we're seeing here, even better. It's not quite the perfect lineup. Sometimes they're a bit too early or a bit too late on the warp. It depends on how you want to look at it. But with 80 stacks at the 3-minute mark, again, he is starting to do some work. And already gets the damage in here too. So as the game continues, I think Azmodan is going to have a pretty big impact on just trying to control things. But can they still win this? Because the lineup that we're seeing from the other team is still pretty sick. You have Leo, Diablo, May is now down again. Tether into a lurking arm from Stukov, Gravity Lapse from Kelthas. There is a lot of really, really nice tools in the hands of the red team. So not so certain that this is going to be an easy one for the blue team. They have their first set of web weavers though. Blue team turns in first. So the Exodia stack gets web weavers. Again the attack, Diablo just ping-ponging everybody around walls and Tychus is gone. Yep. That's how quickly this can happen. 10 stacks for Kelthas. Tychus gone. Now that the level 7 talent is in, it makes it easier for Dino to stack by himself. Mass of Destruction is always a huge game changer there. So now he's a lot more independent with this. 4 kills to 4. Web Weavers on the ground. Gems still being collected. And the question is, how much can they now push? Yeah, another quick hit as they're trying to first of all put some pressure onto Kelthas, but also try and at least help to take some of these walls down. To be honest with you, up to now it hasn't really done a whole lot. Azmodan is getting one nice hit in after another against the walls and is slowly getting those hit points removed. But it's not like there was a lot of structural damage done so far. The wall at the bottom is destroyed and even the fort now takes some damage here, so that's the good part. But you look at the middle, you look at the top, not that crazy. Bishops! Uh-oh, yeah, he's down. My F is down. The gems get taken by Diablo, so at least they didn't lose those. 5 kills to 4. Here comes May again. Has to slowly move out here, but they are aiming for Leo again. Copenhagen. Do we have another drag? Is he able to connect something? Yes, he is. And again, 31 stacks on Diablo. Tries to make the play for Tychus. Gravity Lapse is missing, and they are still going for Dibbles. Diablo's pushing back out, and while all of this is happening, up at the top, Dino got himself a few more stacks, is now at 162, and worked on those walls a bit more. So structures are still taking damage, and here's the ult, goes straight for the invasion. Demonic invasion to take structures down. No black pool plays with the orb. Instead, trying to take some structures apart, use the demonic invasion in those, maybe in some fights even later. Diablo with Apocalypse. 15 stacks now on Kelthas Convection. 15 stacks. I mean, he is getting there. Down for Life is very likely going to grab this. There's the Apoc and Lucio. Lucio darted in to help out and got killed. Basically killed himself. He had darted into the Apocalypse and just got murdered. Can they get a counter kill? Yep, they can. No, Kelthas! No! Kelthas died. He had 15 stacks. 15! 15! And then this happened. Oh my god. No! I didn't even realize it was him! So yes, Khaldor is down, convection stacks are all lost, and oh, that's just bad luck. That's just sad. They did a great job until then. Potentially going for another turn-in, by the way. So far, the red team has not taken, has not delivered a single gem. Not one single gem. Khaldor, I mean, now it doesn't matter if he's all the way up at the front, so Khaldor actually comes in from the side and gets killed again as Dino completes his first quest, the level 1. They lose May. May is actually dying a lot. I mean, at this point, Benny is just sacrificing his life for others, I guess. Now, the pot at the bottom is likely going to fall now. 28 gems on Dino. Disc is missing too. Khaldor soon going to be back. Another hit, and he takes the fort out. So, Dino is getting some value. That's the first fort removed. Red team is trying for a turn-in as well. So, they're trying to ensure that they're delivering the gems and they're still being interrupted. Which means that we still see them on 0 gems. Now as they're rotating towards the top, they hope to find an opportunity to do at least some work here. But the blue team has turned in again and gets another set of web weavers. This is getting dangerous. If the red team starts losing their heroes and losing their gems, this could be an utter disaster. So they need to be mega careful. First of all, they have to defend properly. And second of all, they need to ensure that they're not losing anything. And with anything, I mean heroes and gems. So there's more and more pressure mounting on the red team, which is not easy to deal with. Fort at the top is likely going to fall. The Haka against Leo down at the bottom of the map. Minion waves are getting taken out easily. We have another 27 seconds until Azmodan is having his ult back, so that he can use the demonic invasion here. Khaldor with the flame strike as best as he can. Another quick hit. That's already a problem for Stukov. 250 stacks on the baseline now for Azmodan. And in comes Tychus, firing away against Bishops. Bishops is low, gets pushed back in again, and survives barely as Benny... Oh, does not die. Benny doesn't die, but Diablo does. And that's 34 gems that they now just lost. Here's the demonic invasion. They go for the fort. They want more kills. Big hit and Tong. And that is Stukov also gone. And 11 gems. Bishops is trying to at least get a couple of them. Tychus gets attacked. The fort falls. Topside fort has also fallen. And they're still trying to keep everybody alive here. But yes, gems are definitely falling for the two teams now. Tychus is down. Oh, and Diablo dies as well. Tychus traded for Diablo. Copenhagen moves out. Khaldor is dead again. Lucio is dead too. Dies to the living bomb. But look at that topside keep. Holy hell. The keep is completely getting crushed by the minions alone. It's... Yeah, Azmodan can poke this out. 8 stacks on Tychus, level 4, Master Assassin. But Azmodan, there will be a few opportunities where he's close enough to the topside keep that he can start dunking it from afar. For sure. There's no way that's not happening. Eventually it will. You don't want to int and just like, you know, force it. But whenever he's in range, he should just do it. There's no reason not to. 11 kills to 8, so we're 19 kills in. Nice also has an interrupt tool here, as you can see. The red team still has enough gems for a turn-in, but they lost a lot. I mean, 2 full web weaver waves already for the blue team, and now this. Isolation on Leo. Okay, Dehaka, and he's gone. Dehaka is gone. This time it's too much. They were trying to enter the team fight here. Level 16 talents gave them a lead too, but Dehaka was just hit way too hard. Got silenced as well. There's no chance for him, so he's gone. They're still not done with that fight, as it seems. Yeah, there's another big hit. Missing though. Bishops! Yep, he's dead. Maiev is gone. There's siege giants at the bottom of the map, by the way, so if nobody takes care of them, they will open this up too. Red web weavers are coming, so at least they got their objective. But I'm not quite sure they can do anything with it, because now they're losing Stukov. That's all of their sustain gone. That's the heal destroyed. They're losing dead inside. That's 23 gems that are also not available to them anymore. Oh my. I mean, this web weaver is getting destroyed within seconds. Up at the top, here's the demonic invasion to give them the keep, which they will get right now. So that's the keep gone. The web weaver is defeated. This is a disaster for Team Ash. This is an absolute disaster. 314 stacks on the baseline for Asmodan now. He has 140,000 siege damage. He's more or less doubling what Leo brings to the table. Not quite yet, but he's getting there. Uh-oh, that's a face check right here. Bishops. Nice damage spread at least from Kelthas. He's at 40,000 damage. That's the top damage for the red team. Oh, Yasu. Nice entomb. Didn't even hit him properly, but it still cut him off fully. Now Stukov is gone though. And with 2 kills, they are trying to go for more. There's a boss still up on the map. They could go for another turn and at least attempt to. 8 stacks for Kelthas. Oh, that grenade, if that would have hit. They're opening up the keep in the middle. And they're trying again here. Asmodan does not have his demonic invasion, but look how much damage they can do even without it. So yeah, Dino, we shouldn't hug him here. Maiev with the tether. Dino's actually gonna go down. Yeah, Dino is dead. Dino is dead, but so is Kelthas, baby. He makes it. No, the grenade. The grenade. He's dead. That's all of the stacks lost. Kelthas eats the grenade. He goes for the Bruno Mars cosplay and catches a grenade for him. Oh boy. 29 kills in this game. Nice ice block from May here. That was a great one. There's the ice ball. They're trying to go for Diablo, I guess. They have Bishop's low too. Both of them. Boah, the CC. And there's the double kill. Make it a triple, baby. And now they go for the quad kill. All 4 get destroyed here. All 4 are gone. And now the world's your oyster. They go for another turn in. But yeah, big plays. Might have the first one to fall. Diablo dies. They are all going down. Now it's the keep in the middle that they can easily go for. They can try and go for game. Win this series. They have level 20. They got level 20 already. 72,000 damage from Tychus. They're actually falling back a little bit. Not risking too much here. Haven't completed the turn in yet either, so they're trying with Copenhagen. That inside gives vision, but Lopaka is not moving in for it. They want the boss as well, so they want to go for the double whammy. And who's going to stop them? Diablo can't do anything. I mean, honestly, if he just stays there, he's going to die. They have travel time. There is just no way they're getting there in time. Look how low that boss is already. They're going to try and buy themselves some time, but they're going to lose heroes in the process. So there's the ult already from Dino. Phoenix as well. They're trying. Blue team grabs it, has the boss. May with a nice play. And now they're losing everything that they have. They're losing the game right here. Leo down, Diablo down. The Entomb is out, but it only traps Maiev, so she's gone. The boss and the Web Weavers are now marching through the map. Another quick hit is coming. Dino didn't even die, by the way. He didn't even die in this. Kelthas is the only... Scratch that. Kelthas is dead too. 5-man team wipe. Everybody's gone. That's game. That's another tournament won for the Exodia stack. The red team, the blue team, not only with another bounty completed, they complete the Asmodan bounty, but they also win the 6th qualifier. Fantastic performance by the Exodia stack. A 3-0 victory over Team Ash. GG, and well played.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.